Welcome to Vidmatronus channel. You're watching the most significant Diablo 4 campaign tips for level 1 to 50. These tips will let you better understand the game and make your learning way easier. Without further ado, let's get started and let's quick chat about hero choosing. Don't search some kind of overpowered heroes or overpowered builds on the internet or YouTube. Every hero is balanced and has his own pros and cons. Choose a hero which suits your gameplay or playstyle, and if you're struggling with him, you can change your hero in time. Of course, it's better to make that level of decision at the game beginning, but what I mean, chill bro, you got this. Relax and enjoy the game. Number 1 tip, advanced game settings. If you, like me, are new to the game, there's amazing settings to turn on for your convenience. First one is Advanced Tooltip Compare. What it means, that when comparing item tooltips, properties gained, lost, and changes to equip skills will be displayed. Second one is Advanced Tooltip Information. This one will show advanced information, such as item property ranges, lucky hit chance, and so on, so you can compare your items in between. Plus, if you will press Shift key, it will compare item you are using now and item you are checking. So for me, who is new to the game, this is awesome feature, and my favorite, auto move. What this does is when you are running around the map to the stronghold, dungeon in the city, and etc., you don't need to click your mouse non-stop. Just click your binded key once, and you are running without clicking. Of course, if you will click on spell, enemy, or any NPC, it will stop moving, and you will need to push button one more time, but this feature will save you tons of clicks. Number 2 tip, your starting difficulty. At the game's start, you can choose between Tier 1 and Tier 2 worlds. In my honest opinion, pick Tier 2 world from the start of the game. Maybe those monsters are really more challenging, but even I playing in this game first time had no problem with enemies, dungeons or quests, and as a reward, I was getting 50% more experience, 20% more gold and more items, which means also more gold. And finally, we're all thinking about getting that high level as fast as possible for boss raiding with party, best armor and stuff for your late game. All you need to do is not stand in one spot and you will be good in Tier 2.
I need time to do that.
But yes, be careful with Butcher, this one is really challenging. Number 3 tip, get a pet. He is really useful and cost you nothing. You can get dog as a pet. Dog will help you collect your loot from the ground. He collects gold and materials, but doesn't take items. He can't be killed and follows you everywhere. To unlock dog, all you need to do is complete quest called Faithful Companion. What it means is that you just need to pet him in Kiervashad City in Fractured Peaks. There are no level restrictions on this, so you should be able to initiate it immediately, no matter how far into your adventure you currently are. Number 4 tip, teleports. To unlock teleporter to the city, you have to walk by foot, and when you are there, you have to step on the teleport platform. When you step on it, teleport icon must become light blue from dark in the map and minimap. Sometimes you will have situations where you will be fighting your enemies, looting silent chests, and you will notice that you have no more space in the backpack, or you forgot to buy a key for the chest. No worries, my friend. You can teleport to the city at any time by pressing letter T. It will automatically teleport you to the city where you can sell your stuff, buy key or anything you need, and go back to the same place where you have been troughed the same portal. But don't forget, when you will leave town where you used your teleport, that portal will disappear. Also, use those teleports once you complete dungeon so you don't need to run all the way back to the entrance. Number 5 tip, your skill tree. Every hero has his own skill tree with more skills than you can use. At the level 24, you could open all your skill slots because you have only 6 of them, so choose wisely. And of course, don't be afraid to experiment with your skills and find what works best for you. You can always redo your skill tree if one or other skill doesn't work for you. And if you ran out of imagination with your skills, you can always use some of meta builds, which you can find at d4builds.gj. Also, don't forget about your hero specialization quests. To unlock enchantments, players need to reach level 15 first to gain access to the Legacy of the Magi quest, which needs to be completed to get enchantments. After completing the quest, players unlock the first enchantment slot, while the second enchantment slot is unlocked at level 30. Number 6 tip, dungeons. There are many reasons to clear out the dungeons found across Sanctuary. Dungeons tend to have a lot of elite monsters, which translates into a ton of guaranteed loot, making them a great place to improve your level and gear. To finish a dungeon, you have to go complete several objectives and boss fight at the end. Most dungeons unlock a legendary aspect in the Codex of Power, which you can put on a rare legendary item. The imbued power can make a big difference to your character power. To save time, be fast and efficient in the dungeons. Try to group up your enemies by running around and luring them into one space, and then using your massive damage skills and returing from dungeon, use your teleport. Number 7 tip, treasure, goblins and silent chests. Goblins cannot attack the player and remain idle until attacked. As they take damage, they will drop gold, leaving a trail of coins to be traced easily. Killing them will spill their entire loot onto the floor, which typically includes potions, extra gold, gems, crafting materials, as well as rare armor and weapons, with a chance for a legendary item. From time to time, goblins stop and start opening the portal. If not struck in 6 seconds, they escape, leaving no loot and awarding no credit for the kill. To successfully kill, sneak past the goblin, killing nearby enemies without disturbing him. Use direct damaging tactics. Use the terrain of the map to your advantage. For example, attacking the goblin from the side opposite the direction from whence you came can increase the chances of it running into sections of the map, which have already been cleared. If available, forcing the goblin directly into a corner with little way out can give you the opportunity to inflict serious damage on it. In order to open up a silent chest, all you need is a whispering key, which can be bought from any curiosities vendor in a major town for 20 obols. If you found silent chests before you had your whispering key, no worries. Use your fast teleport to the town, buy key, and get back right to the chest trough portal we talked about at tip 5. They're a great way to get some extra legendaries and even possibly some uniques while you are out and about. Number 8 tip, quests. Main quests in Diablo 4 are mandatory mission the players must complete in order to finish the storyline and reach the following difficulty level they want. And of course, you really want to try tier 3 and 4 worlds with bosses and dungeons. But my advice is not to rush your main quests and enjoy a campaign, because it has many of side quests and events you want to try, which guarantees gold and items for your late game on campaign, and will help you better understand the game. Yellow marked quests are main story quests, blue marked is side quests, and white marked is priority quests. And the second advice is take an eye on your all quests. What I mean, don't leave one's or others' quests unexecuted, because then your quest monster will be in lower levels, which means lower XP per kill. Try to maintain your quests levels same as your combat level if it is possible. Also, when you are doing quests in new map spots, don't be afraid to use your marker on the map. It's a great way to see where you really need to go without running around and searching that golden entrance. You can see your all missions at the map menu by clicking letter Q and you can mark your way to missions by pressing right mouse button on the same map. Number 9 tip. Blacksmith. This dude helps you with your progression and adventures across Sanctuary. Blacksmith covers the benefits of salvaging, tempering, and masterworking items, improves equipment, and extract valuable materials. He always will buy your looted stuff around the map, and every time you will die, worn equipment also suffers a durability blow. But paying a little bit of gold to the blacksmith restores its functionality. If selling your items by one is torture for you, you can always mark them as a junk with space button. And when you will come once again to sell your stuff, it will be sold just by one click. Also, salvaging upgraded gear lets you to get back some of the upgrade materials used on that item. For example, if an item has been socketed with a gem, the gem is returned to the inventory. Tempering allows you to add one or more affixes to a rare or legendary item using recipes found throughout Sanctuary. You can find those recipes in most places like silent chests, dungeons, quests, and more. Once a manual is acquired, it is registered in your codex by clicking right mouse button on the recipe, and then you can use it to temper on your items. Number 10 tip. Strongholds. There are 3 strongholds in each of Diablo's 5 main regions, and each one will appear with a red symbol on your map until it has been cleared. Unlike other areas in the game, or even the dungeons that you can explore, strongholds will always be rated at least 2 levels above your character, meaning that the enemies you face will be a hard threat, but also what it means is that monsters gives you more XP for killing them. 1 level above gives you 15% more XP, 2 levels above gives you 20% more XP, and 3 levels gives you 25% of extra XP. Clearing a stronghold will sometimes rebuild the former settlement to accommodate travelers, and can unlock waypoints, merchants, side quests, and new dungeons not accessible beforehand. If you are ready for some challenge at the stronghold, you should have a decent build and great loot to even the odds against powerful foes and bosses. And of course, don't forget about your potions upgrade. Healing potion is a key to success of raiding dungeons, cellars, quests, and anywhere you go. When potion upgrade is ready, you will see little arrow near your healing potion icon, as well as near your alchemist icon in the map. So these are my top 10 advices for you to successfully start the game. If you have any questions, you can ask them in the comments. I will be happy to answer them, and see you next time again. And if you like what I do, please like a video and subscribe channel. It would be a big motivation for me. Thanks.
I should have stayed with him. One of Yorin's protectors.